Well, hello. It is very nice to be home, New York. I've been traveling all over the world telling jokes. I was doing a show in Denmark last year. I don't know why. Didn't go particularly well. Not really the target demographic for this career. But I got heckled in a way I'd never been heckled before. A man got up in the middle of my show, and he interrupted, and he said, "Hey, go back to America." Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing, because I've been told to go back to so many countries, and never to America. I've been told Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, whatever country we're bombing, I'm told to go back there at perhaps the least opportune time to go back. I like traveling internationally, but I don't like the bureaucracy and long lines of customs and immigration. Apparently, Australia is the worst because it's so far away from the rest of the world that they're really strict about you not bringing in plants or fruit into their country because they're worried if foreign bodies enter Australia, they'll kill people and destroy the environment, which is a very fair point because if you ask the Aborigines, they would tell you that sometimes foreign bodies enter Australia, kill people, destroy the environment. For those of you who didn't know, the theme of my set tonight will be colonialism. Which is why I will be speaking only in English. We've never had a female president in this country, which I find stunning. It's amazing that we've never had a female president. And a big part of that is that we have men in this country that are so sexist that they say things like, "Oh, we can't have a woman president, because you know what's going to happen if we elect a woman, right? Like once a month, she's going to have her period and have PMS and go crazy. She'll ruin the country." We have men who actually believe that a woman, because of her biology, has her judgment impaired once a month. Well, I'm a man with a penis and testicles. My judgment is impaired every 5 to 7 minutes. And I'll be honest with you, I wake up some mornings with my judgment impaired. That joke, of course, answers the question, "Hurry, Kondabolu, can you write a feminist joke?" Yeah. My favorite band growing up was Weezer. I love that band. I love that band despite 2, 3, 4 crappy records in a row. I forgave that band because they were my childhood. I went to a Weezer concert a couple of years ago, excited to hear the old hits. I get there, the usher comes up to me and he says, "Sir, the parents section's upstairs." Parents section? Nah. I came to rock. You take me to the pit. Now, a mosh pit at a Weezer concert is different than other mosh pits, right? A mosh pit at a Weezer concert is basically nerds bumping into each other and apologizing. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin Only in Dreams for you." Yes, I lost my virginity to that song as well. Which is a lie. They're both virgins. So I go down to the pit, I'm excited to be there, and when I get there, I realize everyone's staring at me. Why? Because they're all 14 years old. Somehow Weezer's demographic has not changed in 15 years. They're still 14 to 17-year-olds. They're all staring at me as if I'm the creepy old dude. The creepy old dude at a Weezer concert at 27. I felt terrible, and then I started thinking about it. You know what? I'm not the creepy old dude in this situation. Weezer are the creepy old dudes in this situation. They're 40-year-old men who are making music that somehow teenagers can relate to. Isn't that a bit strange? Life is hard. Girls don't like me. High school's weird. Of course it's weird. You're 40. you talking about? Don't you hate when you have an amazing show and you can't wait to hang out with that 16-year-old girl you're in love with and she's all like, aren't you my dad's friend? And that's Weezer. Let's be honest, audience. The end of that joke, it was disappointing. It's not... You laugh because you were told to, but like, it's not a... The end of that joke wasn't particularly good. I realized that. Like, you know, it started out kind of funny. It had a couple of nice big punchlines in the beginning of the joke, and then it plateaued for a while, really building off the momentum from the early part of the joke. And then the end, like, was really disappointing. And you may wonder why I did that. I'll tell you why. I wanted to write a joke that echoed the trajectory of Weezer's career. Thank you very much. Good night.